Hey guys, somebody keeps asking me, what about Rust and WebAssembly? What do you think of it, Stef? So, in all honesty, I had to take a look of what it was all about. And in a nutshell, Rust and WebAssembly allows you to write ultra-performant browser-based applications because it basically compiles your code down to a binary format, which all the major browsers today can run. So it's much faster than browsers reading JavaScript code. So when would you want to use this? You only use this when you have client-side applications, meaning in web browser applications, in web browser processing that has to be done that is a little slow with JavaScript. So it's a pretty niche tech, in my opinion, in that regard, because these days, for I would say, 99.9% of apps, web apps these days, in terms of JavaScript processing, most people have computers can easily process and handle the processing needs of most web apps. So I wouldn't get too concerned about it. This is one of these technologies that you could have in the back of your mind. Maybe do a hello world just to see what it's about. Understand the ecosystem. Understand where WebAssembly and Rust might come in handy. So if you ever run across that situation where you need to add or to inject some high performance processing in your client-side code, then you could look to Rust and WebAssembly. So again, I just read a couple of quick articles about it. And that is my take based on my 20 plus years as a developer. Again, as I spoke about in a previous video, you want to be sure that when you choose technologies, you want to look at the big ecosystem. Though WebAssembly and Rust look like, at least, having not actually used it, they look like they could be very interesting technologies given the right circumstances. I think that they're niche. And I think that the need for this type of technology is extremely, extremely limited. Well, that's why they're niche. So I wouldn't necessarily think that this is going to grow big anytime soon, if ever. Simply because every year our smartphones and our computers and our laptops just get faster and faster and faster and faster. The JavaScript engine itself keeps on getting refined and optimized for speed and capability. So I think that as things progress, as I always say, write time speed is more important than run time speed overall. What do I mean by that? I rather use a language or a framework that allows me to build an app much more quickly at the cost of running a little bit more slowly at runtime. Runtime is the time in which it is running, write time at the time when you're writing the code. And so that is my take on it. And the biggest example of how in history how this always works out that way is Java, for example. Java runs so much slower than C++, but it's so much easier to write applications, server-side applications with Java because it's an abstraction over your typical server processes that people don't write web apps in C++, right? You could, and your web apps would be super fast because C++ is the king of speed, besides assembler maybe. And but people write in Java, even though it's much slower compared to C++, it is just so much faster to build apps with relative to C++. On the other hand, then if you go higher up, a lot of people have moved into JavaScript or Python, PHP, Ruby for server-side application development over Java because Java is very verbose, long-winded language. So writing a server-side application in Java is much slower to write than to do it in PHP or to do it in so many other languages. Even though Java is super solid, super fast at runtime, and super stable and proven. My favorite language of all time might very well be Java in terms of amount of code I've written, in terms of the satisfaction I got out of writing Java. It could be just a time frame when I was sort of getting into my major code writing days, Java was the language, the hot language. Maybe that's why it is. Maybe that's why Java holds a special place in my heart these days. Regardless, I would not write any new apps in Java today personally because it's just too slow to write in. Anyway, if you know my channel, you know that's my opinion. So Rust, WebAssembly, again, just having looked at it superficially, looks cool. I think it may have some uses where you need some super high performance in the web browser, but I think that's a hyper niche tech. My advice to you would be, if you're getting into the game, concentrate on the fundamentals of programming as I teach, and then let the market tell you, let the job opportunities, the business opportunities tell you what frameworks and languages to learn after that. And if you find that you need some super fast processing in browser, then you're aware of that Rust does exist with WebAssembly, and you know that you got that option if you need to speed stuff up. It might be a good solution. By the way, according to this article, I'll just read this line. Many different languages can be compiled down to WebAssembly, including C# and Go, so why not use them instead of Rust? Anyway, so you have other options as well. And of course, as it is with so many things in this world, different people have different opinions about things. But I think the general lesson to take away from this video is that this is niche, it has its uses, and consider it a secondary thing, a tool that you have in your tool belt that you could pull out at the right time. All right, that's it for this nerd discussion. Bye-bye.